First day at the skate park, let's get pumping. Pumping is the foundation for getting speed and landing tricks on your roller skates. So on your first day, we're gonna pump all over this park. In this video, you're going to learn how to pump in the street section of the park and in a half pipe or bowl, and hopefully how not to break a bone on your first try. This is just the beginning of the advice we have for roller skaters at the park, so like and subscribe to see more. Are you ready for the park? You should be comfortable already skating forwards, backwards, staggering, stopping, and transitioning on flat ground. It's important to have confidence too. If you feel like a trick is beyond your level, there's always a way to break it down into little sections to practice and then put it all together. Good to take it real slow. Your stance is super important. Everyone has a dominant foot, meaning the foot you lead with when staggering your feet. I lead with my right, Luna leads with her left, and Payne switches, meaning she leads with her right when she goes forward, but then she swaps her feet when she skates fakie, meaning backwards. If you don't know, you can practice skating forwards and weaving on flat ground to figure it out. I think we're ready to take a little turn now. In the street section, we pump to absorb the energy from a ramp and gather speed. You should never have your feet parallel for this and keep your knees flexible. We bend our knees on the decline, and as the ramp meets the flat ground, push up to maximize your momentum. Practice on the small ramps first, going down, up, then fakie. You can practice rolling and pumping over corners too. Let's move to the bowl. At the bottom, you have your flat because it's flat. The curved area at the base of the wall is called a transition. The flat vertical area above the transition is the vert, and above that is the coping. To get in, get on your knees, hold onto the coping, and use your toe stops to slide down. It might seem more daunting, but a half pipe is the best place to practice pumping, and a bigger one is actually easier than the smallest one because you have all this room to correct your stance before you reach the coping. The same theory applies here as in the street section. We bend and push out of the curved transition area to absorb and use that energy and get speed. I think it's easier to visualize pumping in here when you think about the points where you push up and bend down. Those points are at the intersections of the vert and the transition, and also the transition and the flat. You bend down when you enter the transition from either direction, and you stand up when you leave the transition. So get a little speed on the flat, stagger your feet, bend at the base of the transition, push on the vert, bend again, push at the flat. When you go fakie, always look behind you at the ground where your skates are headed. That's all for today. You don't need to go any further than that until you feel ready. Even when you've got a few tricks in your bag, pumping practice gives you more power, better lands, and a nice tight leg. I'm gonna go get some practice in myself now before the kids get out of school. Comment below if you have any questions, fears, dreams. Quad speed. Still going. Like, we get it. Like, couldn't you just do it it's like every 5 minutes. It's every 2 minutes.